Tomorrow morning, you might wake up tired before the day even starts. Your eyes open, your phone lights up, and within seconds, your brain already feels behind. You might drink coffee. You might search for motivation. You might tell yourself that today, you will finally be more active. But for most of human history, nobody needed motivation to move. Nobody needed a gym. Nobody needed a step counter. Nobody needed a morning routine from someone on the internet. Because if an ancient human did not move, they did not eat. This is the story of how humans stayed active all day, not because they were more disciplined than us, not because they were naturally superhuman, and not because life was easier. They stayed active because the world did not give them another option. And the strange part is this. That kind of life may have made them feel more awake than many modern humans feel today. Let's start with the modern problem. Today, a human can survive an entire day while barely using the body. You can wake up in a bed, sit in a car, sit at a desk, sit while eating, sit while scrolling, and then lie down at night feeling exhausted. From a modern point of view, this feels normal. From a human biology point of view, it is extremely strange, because your body was not built for one hard workout, followed by 23 hours of stillness. It was built for a day where movement kept coming back naturally. You walked because food was somewhere else. You carried wood because the night was cold. You climbed because fruit, honey, or safety might be above you. You squatted because chairs did not exist. You dug, reached, lifted, balanced, and moved again because life kept asking your body to participate. Ancient humans were not trying to stay active. They were trying to stay alive. And that is the first thing modern fitness gets wrong. We treat movement like a separate task, something you schedule, something you track, something you do for 30 minutes so you can return to a life where the body is mostly ignored. But ancient humans did not have exercise time. Their entire day was made of small physical demands. Most of it was not dramatic. Most of it was not intense. It was slow, ordinary, and constant. A hunter did not wake up and say, "Today is cardio." He followed tracks because the animal was not waiting beside the camp. A gatherer did not count steps. She walked because useful plants were scattered across the land, and the best ones were rarely in one place. A child did not need a playground. The world itself forced children to climb, run, crawl, balance, carry, and explore. Movement was not added to life. Movement was life. And this changes how we should think about energy. Modern people often believe energy comes first. You feel ready, then you move. You feel motivated, then you train. You feel strong, then you start. But the ancient body often works in the opposite direction. Movement comes first. Energy follows. That is why you can feel dead on a couch, then strangely awake after walking outside for 10 minutes. Your body did not magically change. It received a signal. Light, air, ground, distance, a reason to move. For a moment, an older system came back online. The human body is not only a machine that burns calories, it is a living system that uses movement to regulate almost everything: blood flow, mood, appetite, sleep, stress, attention, even the feeling of being awake. When movement disappears from the day, the body does not simply stay the same. It adapts. It becomes better at saving energy. It becomes better at stillness. It becomes quieter. And then we call that laziness. But it may not be laziness at all. It may be adaptation. The same energy-saving system that helped ancient humans survive between difficult tasks can trap modern humans in low-energy lives. Your body is always listening to the world around it. If the world says, "Sit still, nothing is needed," the body learns to do less. If the world says, "Walk, carry, search, climb, help, move," the body wakes up. This is why ancient humans did not need productivity hacks. Their environment was the hack. The sun rose, and the day immediately asked something from them. Water was not in the kitchen, food was not in the fridge, heat was not controlled by a thermostat, safety was not guaranteed by a locked door. If the camp needed something, bodies had to provide it. The legs were transportation, the hands were tools. The back carried what the group could not leave behind. The lungs powered the effort. The skin cooled the body under the sun. The body was not decoration. It was the main technology humans had. And it was a very unusual technology. Humans were never the strongest animal. We did not have claws. We did not have fangs. We were not faster than deer. We were not stronger than apes. We were not more dangerous than big cats. But humans had something almost unfair. We could keep going. Our bodies carry signs of endurance everywhere. Long legs, spring-like tendons, large glute muscles for stability, a head and neck that can stay balanced while moving, millions of sweat glands that help us cool down while other animals overheat. Humans were not built to win the first minute. We were built to still be moving when other animals had stopped. That endurance shaped the human day. Ancient people did not sprint from sunrise to sunset. They remained available all day, ready to walk, ready to carry, ready to react, ready to help the group. This is the part people miss. Ancient activity was not constant punishment. It was rhythm. Move, then rest. Carry, then sit. Search, then eat. Climb, then wait. Walk, then gather around the fire. Their bodies were active, but their attention was connected to the real world. Modern life broke that connection. Now the brain can be busy all day while the body does almost nothing. Emails, messages, deadlines, notifications, 1,000 tiny mental movements with almost no physical movement underneath them. The brain feels exhausted. The body feels unused. And together, they create a strange modern tiredness. A tiredness that does not always come from doing too much. Sometimes it comes from doing too little with the body while asking too much from the mind. This is why a person can feel drained after sitting all day. Nothing heavy was carried, no hill was climbed, no long distance was crossed, but the nervous system was pulled in every direction. The body waited for a real task. The task never came. So the body saved energy. The mind kept burning it. Ancient humans had problems we would never want back. Hunger, injury, cold, infection, predators, fear. No one should romanticize that life. But they had one thing modern life often removes: a clear reason to use the body. When they moved, the movement meant something. It found food. It protected children. It reached water. It carried firewood. It helped the group survive another day. That meaning matters. A treadmill can move your legs. But it does not always convince the ancient brain that the movement has a purpose. This is why hiking can feel different. Why sports can feel different. Why carrying something useful can feel different. Why walking outside can wake you up in a way a machine sometimes cannot. The body understands context. It understands terrain. It understands distance. It understands effort with a reason. And deep inside, it still remembers a world where every movement was connected to life. One of the best modern windows into this older pattern comes from hunter-gatherer communities that researchers have studied closely. They are not ancient humans. They are modern people. But their lifestyles can still show us what a movement-based day looks like. Among the Hadza of Tanzania, researchers found high levels of physical activity compared with many Western populations. People walked, gathered, dug, climbed, carried, and searched across the landscape as part of daily life. But the important detail was not that every moment was intense. The important detail was that movement was woven through the day. They were not exercising. They were living. And this is where the modern lesson becomes uncomfortable. We removed walking, then bought treadmills. We removed carrying, then bought weights. We removed climbing, then built stair machines. We removed outdoor play, then downloaded fitness apps. We removed natural movement from life, then created an industry to sell it back to us in small controlled pieces. This does not mean gyms are bad. It means gyms are artificial solutions for a world that removed the natural ones. The ancient human would not understand needing motivation to move, not because he was better than us, because his world gave movement a purpose. If he wanted food, he moved. If she wanted water, she moved. If the group needed shelter, everyone moved. If danger came close, the body moved before the mind finished thinking. Movement was not a personal goal. It was a shared responsibility. That is also why ancient humans did not only move for themselves, they moved for the group. A person who could carry, search, watch, climb, build, or help had value. Activity was tied to belonging. Your body was part of how you contributed. Modern life often separates these things. You can be mentally useful while physically frozen. You can work all day and never leave a chair. You can communicate with hundreds of people and still feel disconnected from your own body. This is new, not in a small way, in a biological way. For hundreds of thousands of years, the body and the day were in constant conversation. The world asked. The body answered. Now the world asks the brain all day and asks the body almost nothing. So the body gets quiet. The legs wait. The lungs wait. The hands wait. The heart waits. And somewhere underneath the comfort, an older human system is still asking the same question. What are we doing today that is worth waking up for? Maybe that is why modern tiredness feels so hard to explain. We have more comfort than almost any humans before us. More food, more light, more shelter, more tools, more ways to avoid effort. And still, so many people feel exhausted before the real day begins. Maybe the problem is not that we are weak. Maybe the problem is that our lives became too easy for the body and too heavy for the mind. Ancient humans were not active all day because they loved fitness. They were active because the day itself pulled them forward. The food was somewhere else. The water was somewhere else. The firewood was somewhere else. The future was somewhere else. So they stood up, and they walked toward it. We did not evolve to be active for 30 minutes. We evolved to belong to a day that kept asking us to move.